You listen to music in the shower, watch videos while you eat, play podcasts while you walk, check your phone when you wake up, watch something before you sleep, and somehow, there's never a single moment where you're alone with your own thoughts. Most people call that relaxing. But what if it isn't? What if you've just gotten really good at escaping silence because the moment nothing is happening, you reach for something, a screen, a video, a playlist, a podcast, anything. You stand in line, phone, you sit down to eat, video, you go for a walk, podcast, you wait for an elevator, phone, you get in bed, video. It's almost automatic now. You don't really decide to do it. Your hand moves before you think. 5 seconds of silence, and suddenly, you're scrolling. Not because you're enjoying it. Most of the time, you're barely paying attention. You check Instagram, close it, open TikTok, close it, open YouTube, close it, then Instagram again. Not looking for anything, just looking. Searching for something that feels interesting enough, something stimulating enough, something loud enough to keep the silence away. And that's the weird part, because eventually, the content stops mattering. The video isn't the point, the music isn't the point, the podcast isn't the point. They're all doing the same job, keeping the silence away. And maybe that's why silence feels so different now. Because silence doesn't give your mind anywhere to run. It just leaves you there, alone, with whatever you've been avoiding. Think about the last time you ate a meal without watching something, the last walk you took without headphones, the last time you sat in a room without reaching for your phone. Can you even remember? Because most people can't. And that's what makes this uncomfortable. It didn't always feel like this. There was a time when boredom was normal, when silence was normal, when your mind didn't need constant company. Now even a few empty minutes can feel uncomfortable, like something is missing, like you should be checking something, watching something, doing something, even when there's nothing you actually want. Now every empty moment feels like something that needs to be filled, so you fill it. Videos, music, podcasts, scrolling, anything, a few minutes with nothing to do, and your brain starts searching for anything, something to watch, something to hear, something to check. Because being alone with your thoughts started feeling strange, maybe a little uncomfortable, and eventually, you stop asking why, you just keep consuming, listening, watching, scrolling, checking, refreshing, searching, until one day, you realize something. Maybe you weren't using all of this for entertainment. Maybe you were using it as an escape. Because if all of this was really about entertainment, you'd stop when you weren't entertained. But you don't. You keep scrolling when you're bored. You keep watching when you're distracted. You keep listening when you're not paying attention. The stimulation stays. Even when the enjoyment leaves, that's not entertainment. That's escape. And the scary part is how normal it feels. Most people don't remember the last time they were completely alone with their thoughts. No music, no videos, no notifications, no background noise, nothing, just themselves. If someone took away every screen, every playlist, every podcast, every distraction for 1 hour, would you actually feel relaxed, or would you immediately start looking for a way out? Most people already know the answer, because the silence isn't the problem. The silence just reveals the problem. It shows you how uncomfortable you've become with your own mind, how every pause became something to escape. And maybe that's why so many people feel mentally exhausted without understanding why. Because your brain never actually gets a break. You're always listening, watching, scrolling, checking, refreshing, searching, filling, until eventually you forget what an empty moment feels like, and one day, you realize something uncomfortable. Maybe you were never relaxing at all. Maybe you've just gotten really good at it, escaping silence.